Welcome back to Beyond the Heart. I'm your host, Dr. Nieca Goldberg, and we're going to talk about things we can do to take care of our vision because it's Healthy Vision Month with Dr. Calvin Roberts. He's president and CEO of Lighthouse Guild and clinical professor of ophthalmology at Weill Cornell Medical College and host of Lighthouse Guild's podcast on Tech and Vision with Dr. Cal Roberts. Welcome to the show, Cal.
Oh, Dr. Nieca, it's so great to be back with you and your listeners.
It's great to have you here. And because there are so many questions about vision, I want to make sure that my listeners call in when they have their questions about vision at 877-NYU-DOCS. That's 877-698-3627. Or if they're shy, they can email us at docs@SiriusXM.com. So, Cal, can you tell our listeners about the Lighthouse Guild for those who may not know about your resources?
Sure, of course. The Lighthouse Guild is all about eyes, vision, and health. And most of the people who we care for are people who are either blind or visually impaired. But actually, we care for people across the vision spectrum, from people who have full vision to people who have no vision. And what we're trying to accomplish is help people to attain their individual lifelong goals. And so basically, what we want to do is provide people with the services, the programs, and the skills that they need in order to be able to function fully to the best of their abilities. So the type of things that we do. So, of course, it all starts with their vision and their health. And we have a team of superb, specially trained optometrists whose job it is to evaluate people's vision and to provide the vision evaluation and the therapy that they need in order for them to get the best possible vision that they can. And then the second thing is to help people with their health, because so many health conditions can impact people's vision. Now, the number one for us, of course, is diabetes. And diabetes right now in this country is the number one cause for permanent vision impairment. And so we're caring for people who are diabetic and helping them with their diabetes as well as helping them with their eyes. The next thing that we help people with is their mental being. Because if you lose your vision, depression is so common. But just think about it. Think about how each of us would feel if we lost our vision. And so I have a team of 12 psychiatrists, psychologists, clinical social workers, all who are full-time just helping people who undergo and experience vision loss to embrace their current being and to help them with the depression. Of course, technology and services and vocational rehabilitation is another big part of what we do every day, to help people to work, to go to school, to learn, to be able to read, and to be able to function in today's world. And that is just great. And just finally, if I can just make a plug for the fact that this summer we are going to be opening here in Manhattan the world's largest and foremost premier assistive technology center in the world, not just for people who are visually impaired, but for all people who need help and using technology in order to help them. So just a little snapshot of what we do at Lighthouse Guild.
That's amazing. I'm going to welcome Tracy in Philadelphia. She has a question. Welcome to Beyond the Heart, Tracy. This is Dr. Nieca.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm 52. I'm generally healthy, and in the last year or so, my vision has taken like a noticeable dip. So I got a prescription for glasses, and they gave me progressives, and they were like a nightmare. and I couldn't wear them. And then I've been back to the person who's made my glasses, who's a reputable person. You know, my eye doctor referred me to this place, and it's just like I can't get it right with these glasses. And so what's happening now is, like, my function is impaired, right? Because when I'm cooking or when I'm eating or like around the house, like, I feel like I need 3 different pair of glasses to see, right? So when I'm cooking, when I'm eating, my computer at work, it seems like now I have a pair of glasses that are right, that I can read with, but the computer screen looks weird. And then, so now I'm finding I need distance, right? So every time I get a prescription filled, then my vision seems like it's getting a little bit worse. So now when I'm in the kitchen and I look over at the stove, it looks a teeny bit fuzzy. And, you know, I see its impact on my everyday life. And I'm not sure if this is just the aging process or if there's something I can do nutritionally that will boost my vision a little bit. I'm just trying to, like, does everyone have this many problems with their glasses? Like, I see people wear glasses every day.
Right. Dr. Cal?
Yeah, so great question, and something that so many people experience, particularly people who have been fortunate enough to have great vision all their life and now start needing glasses. So here's the problem. The problem is that the glasses are not only correcting your vision, but they're also creating other forms of distortion. And so that at the same time that they're making something clear, they're sometimes making you dizzy, or you're imbalanced, or it's just not comfortable to wear the glasses. So a couple of hints that I can give you here. Number one is that every pair of glasses has a sweet spot to it, and that when you're looking just through that sweet spot, everything is great, but the periphery of the glasses gives you those unwanted side effects. So here's my rule number one. I always want people to actually have small glasses. You are old enough to remember John Lennon. Remember the glasses that John Lennon used to wear, those with the little eyes? The beauty of those glasses is you actually see better with small lenses than you do with the big lenses, because you're getting only the sweet spot of them and you're not getting the peripheral distortion. So that's my rule number one. My rule number two for someone like yourself is sometimes that perfect is the enemy of good. And sometimes what we do as doctors in order to try to make somebody's vision as good as it possibly can is we give them a big change in their prescription and fully correct them, but actually just a partial correction, and get them there in steps so they can adjust better, works well. I know that sometimes people will tell me that actually the glasses that I'm supposed to have for walking around, actually I like them better than my stronger reading glasses. And that's just because it's just less of a change.
You know, that's really interesting that you talk about the small lenses, because those were in style last year, and now they're featuring big eyeglasses this year.
I mean, I remember when Sophia Loren used to have these huge glasses, and everybody wanted to have glasses like Sophia Loren. Great, they were beautiful, but they drove me crazy because people couldn't see through them.
Wow. Yeah. So I think this is all very interesting, and thanks to Tracy for calling in, because, you know, people buy something stylish but may not know that's the best option for their vision.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you know, it's Healthy Vision Month. Let's get back to May as Healthy Vision Month. So how do we keep our eyes healthy?
Right. Great, and I'm so glad we have the opportunity to talk about this. And I think that the first thing is I really encourage everybody, get your eyes checked. Because with COVID, we put off a lot of our routine medical care last year. And I'm asking everybody this year, please go and see your eye doctor. And why do I want people to go see their eye doctor? Well, first of all, the 4 most common causes of vision loss in this country, we talked about the number 1, which is diabetes. Number 2 is cataract. Number 3 is macular degeneration. And number 4 is glaucoma. And what they all have in common, all 4 of them, is that in their early stage, they have little, if any, symptoms. You don't know that you're developing glaucoma. You don't know that you're developing macular degeneration. The only way that you can find out about this is go and get your eyes checked. Because not only do all 4 of these have little symptoms, but fortunately, all 4 of them, if diagnosed early, if therapy and treatment is initiated, all of them can be controlled so much better. And so therefore, the number 1 thing I always ask is, get people to come in, get your eyes checked. If you have glaucoma, start on therapy before it affects your vision. If you have macular degeneration, start on therapy before it affects your vision. If you have diabetes, get your eyes checked so that we can do something about that before it affects your vision. So my number 1 plea is, number 1, go get your eyes checked. Number 2, my gosh, we're using our computers and our electronic devices so much more. Two things go along with our increasing use of computers. Number 1 is eye strain and eye fatigue, and number 2 is something that we call dry eyes. So let's talk about the first one. Just that act of staring at the computer. So the fatigue occurs, and how can we help that? Is I ask everybody to say once every 20 minutes, just look away from the computer and look at something far away. If best, look out the window. Look at something out the window. And then you don't have to do this for long, maybe for 20 seconds, just to change your focus away from the screen and to something far away. It'll make a huge difference. That's the first thing. Second thing, I ask people to consciously make an effort to blink, because when we look at our screens, we stare. And when we stare, we don't blink as often as we usually do. And if we don't blink, the act of blinking keeps our eyes moist. And that moisture on the surface of our eyes is so necessary for good health and good vision. So I ask people to just make an effort just to try to blink a little more often and keep their eyes moist.
These are really good tips. And we have a call from Rita in Warwick, New York. Hi, Rita. Welcome to Beyond the Heart. This is Dr. Nieca.
Hello?
Rita? Hi, Rita. How are you?
Hi. Good. I had a suggestion for your caller, Tracy. I was blessed with excellent vision my whole life, and as I aged, it started to decline a bit, and I could not use the glasses. The staircases would come up, I'd get dizzy, I'd get nauseous, and what worked for me was to get contacts, one for distance, one for reading, and I changed them every day. I put dailies in, and I honestly don't even realize that I don't have 20/20 vision anymore.
So that's a great suggestion. And the reason why, for most people, contact lenses work better than glasses is that the contact lenses don't have the distortion that glasses have. And so because
Okay.
they're small and because they're really close to your eye, you just get the prescription benefit without those unwanted side effects from the glasses. So contact lenses are a great option. Now, not everyone is able to wear contact lenses comfortably. And so that I know that a lot of people try and they just can't stand having something in their eyes, and that's fine. But to your point, if you can wear contact lenses, it is certainly the most natural in terms of quality of vision way of being able to restore your vision. So great suggestion.
Yeah, great suggestion. Thanks for calling in, Rita. I think we have some, now that we're getting to the summer and it's sunnier outside, really talk about the importance of wearing sunglasses and what kind of sunglasses.
Yeah, so the sun, we love the sun and we love the way the sun feels on us, but we certainly know more and more about the potential damage that comes from sun exposure. We certainly know in our skin what it can do to our skin, and unfortunately can lead to certain skin cancers and melanomas and those type of things. So we know the impact that sun can have on our skin. Sun can also have an adverse effect on our eyes, and two ways that it can do that. First of all, that it can, in some people, increase the likelihood of developing cataracts. That the lens of our eye, the part of our eye that the cataract develops, is very much light sensitive, and so that exposure to lots of sunlight can cause cataracts. And the second way is it can really have an adverse effect on the retina, and it can lead to macular degeneration and harmful effects permanently on our vision. And so for that reason, I really do encourage people to wear sunglasses. And we talk about sunglasses protecting against ultraviolet rays, and you'll hear something about UVA and UVB, and we want our sunglasses to be fully protective against both UVA and UVB. Now, do I have to wear sunglasses every minute? Again, what I say is that if you're outside and you're outside long enough that it would give you a tan or start to affect your skin, that's long enough that you should be wearing your sunglasses. So if you're going to be outside for more than a couple of minutes, please put your sunglasses on. If you're going to go for a nice walk down the street, put your sunglasses on. If you're going to be working outside doing your gardening, put your sunglasses on. You're going to go visit with a friend and sit around and have something to drink outside, put your sunglasses on.
That's right. And I want to talk we have only a minute or two left. People really have put off their eye exams during the pandemic, and really talk about the safety of going back to getting your eyes checked.
Yeah, so we talked about that, moment that you have to go and get your eyes examined. How often should you go? I think that if not once a year, certainly once every other year, get your eyes checked.
That's right. And just tell us how to get more information about Lighthouse Guild.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, please. Easiest way is just go to our website, www.lighthouseguild.org.
Thank you.
Also, there you'll get information about your eyes.
Okay,
about
thank you.
Guild, about a podcast.
Thank you, Cal. And I'll answer your heart health questions in our final segment. But first, taking those steps outside of our immunity bubble amid the pandemic. That's next on Beyond the Heart here on Dr. Radio SiriusXM 110.